featuring conversations with business owners, employees, and local business leaders about their successes, challenges, and reasons for doing business. Right here in Central New York. The Local Show is locally produced by Zoe Advertising. Now your hosts, Tom and Steve.
It's The Local Show. You found it, the last bastion of fun holiday frivolity.
Yeah, there's no other bastion.
Right here on the radio with Tom and Steve. Tell me a little bit about the Safe Harbor Wills and Trust team and what they're doing these days.
Well, they just shifted over to a new building. A different building
over there in Fairmount.
Yeah, because they were growing and they have
Camillus.
Yes,
Camillus.
It's over there. It allows them to more efficiently help people.
Yeah,
in a more efficient way. But for them, it doesn't matter where they are. If you haven't done your stuff, do your stuff. Find them. Talk to them. They know what they're talking about. Just talk to you. Can talk to a case manager, 370-9977. Leave a message. It's the weekend. They'll get back to you, answer your questions, or you can fire them a question at safeharborwillsandtrust.com. But this time of year, I think we go,
it is the season to get the family together.
It's the season. It is. So make it happen.
All right. Sounds good. It's our pleasure to bring back onto the show Dr. Mark Petropoli. He's the owner of Victory in Motion, home of knee repair, not knee replacement. How are you, Doctor?
Great. Thanks, Tom. Thanks, Steve.
Good to see you.
I used to live in Camillus.
Did you?
You got out.
Do you remember?
I loved it.
Do you remember the Top of the Hill restaurant?
Yeah, absolutely. Sure.
That used to be pretty popular.
They had prime rib.
Yes, the prime rib night was awesome.
I just did, my carnivore just came out, Tom. They had prime rib. And back in the day, when I was photographing weddings, 80s.
Yes.
What a great place for a reception.
It really was. I played a lot of receptions.
And they would take care of the DJs and the band, and they were very courteous. And
that whole corridor over there where my Dr. Barry is and all that is very, it's burgeoning, and they got that big, huge, what is that, the Walmart over there now?
Yeah.
Where the old Camillus Mall used to be.
Right,
right there.
Sure.
Dr. Nicole Anzone, Syracuse Hearing Solutions.
Right.
She's talked back there.
Yeah.
It's quite the neighborhood. And more importantly, you know what you can do real near there?
What's that? Fish.
You can fish right at the bottom of the hill.
That's true.
9 Mile Creek winds around.
I'd rather talk with Dr. Mark.
All right.
I used to fish in that.
All right, let's go. I'll tell you. I
love
can show you the
fishing.
fish.
Yeah.
How important is fish in the diet for joint health?
That's a great question.
It's a great question.
Nice transition.
No, it's a great question, right? Omega-3, anti-inflammatory. So fish is very good for anti-inflammatory, for knee arthritis. Arthritis is inflammation of a joint. So fish is great for that.
And I heard, and I'll take in small fish during the week. I mean, Steve is not so discerning about his diet, but I will take in anchovies along with what are the other small fish?
Sardines.
And I will eat them with the bones in. I don't take them out. And that's good, isn't it?
It's great. Right. Yeah, you get the calcium with that as well. The smaller the fish, the less contaminants and all those things. Okay. And of course, I'm Italian and my wife is Portuguese, and the sardines are a big thing. Grilling them.
In oil or water?
Well, you can get the oil
sardine
and the water
people are
ones.
passionate about this.
Yeah. But no, I'm talking about grilling the sardines. Yeah. That's even better.
I haven't done that. I'm going to have to do that.
Yeah, but they're bigger. They're a little bigger than the ones that come in the can, but they're really good. Yeah. And they're really healthy for you.
Now, how important are, and I know that you've done surgery before, but then, we're going to talk about the knee repair, not knee replacement, and we'll talk about that procedure. But how important are some supplements like collagen peptides? We're hearing a lot about that these days.
I think there is no definitive evidence that collagen supplements are going to make you that much better than just eating a prime rib or a fish or a well-balanced diet, because there's collagen in all that meat stuff. And all that stuff. If you don't have a very good diet, then maybe it might help. Peptides are a different ball game. And most peptides are not actually FDA approved. Mm-hmm. So that is a interesting subject, and I guess we'll see what happens with RFK Jr. going into the HHS, Health and Human Services. That he's already mentioned that those may become maybe FDA approved at some point.
Nice.
So those are a little more controversial, but there's definitely some evidence that Certain types of peptides can help with building muscle and things like that. There's a million different type of peptides out there.
Yeah. So explain your procedure. When we say knee repair, not knee replacement, what is the difference between what you do now and doing replacement?
I think that's a great question. And I think the biggest thing there is it's not really a procedure. So a knee replacement is a procedure. It's a surgery. There may be some procedure involved in the knee repair, not knee replacement program. I think that's a really important thing that you're bringing up here. It's actually a full program. It's not just a procedure. So and how did I come to that? Well, I've given people shots for years, and if you just give them a shot and say, see you later, it might work, but we really want long-term relief. So we're gonna take care of, you talked about diet. So if you're gonna change one thing in your life, the most important thing is diet. So we address that. We test your genetics, and we figure out what the best diet is for your genetics, okay? And that's like taking in the right fertilizer. So you want to take in the right fertilizer all the time.
It's a lot of fertilizer. Okay.
So diet is huge, right?
Yeah.
Exercise is another thing. Total body fitness. So even though you have a knee problem, your hip may be affecting your knee, your back may be affecting your knee.
But you're a surgeon.
Yeah, but we're getting there.
Okay.
Because that's what I don't, I was trained as a surgeon, but I'm also a doctor, and we treat the whole body.
Okay,
so,
fair.
Right,
yeah,
right.
I mean, surgeons, there's a lot. Your experience might be you go to a surgeon, you have knee arthritis, I have a hammer, that's a knee replacement. You have a nail, you have the arthritis in your knee, that's all we have. Well, I have more than just a hammer in my toolbox, and we treat the whole body. And so diet, exercise, now there may be some need of treating inside the knee. That's where the procedure, the regenerative portion may come in, and that's where you have healing factors in your own body. Every day we beat our bodies up, we don't realize it, we get little microscopic cracks and breaks. We go to bed at night and our bodies heal themselves. How does that happen? We have growth factors in our blood, so we have ways to take those growth factors, concentrate them, that's called PRP, platelet-rich plasma, and inject them to areas that need help, like your knee, for instance. We have ways, there's also cells in our body called stem cells. There's other cells that help the stem cells that help repair and remodel our body as well. We get older, they don't work as well.
Right, so I got an achy knee.
Yeah.
So, and when I went to my doctor, well, you should probably have some PT, and I just kind of haven't done it. And my right knee hurts. What would someone like me do if I were to have a conversation with you?
Well, just to finish Tom's thing, we take those cells, inject them in, and they can help remodel. So there is possibly some procedure part. But to get to your point, right, we got to figure out exactly what's wrong. You say your knee, Steve, is a problem. Is it really your knee for sure? So we get you in and we do a comprehensive.
It's not my ear.
We get but you can have knee pain coming from your hip. You can have knee pain coming from your back.
So it's like your roof leaking. It's leaking here, but it might be something else.
Yeah. Most of the time it is coming from your knee, but there's other factors oftentimes that affect that as well. So we would get you in and we do what we call a comprehensive diagnostic evaluation. We're going to get you in and get all this stuff done in one day. We've talked about it on a previous show, but we're going to evaluate you. We're going to actually put our hands on you and examine your knee, examine the areas above and below your knee. We're going to get a fresh set of x-rays, the right type of x-rays to look for arthritis. We may have to x-ray other areas. We're going to get an MRI. We're going to get that MRI read. We're going to go over all that stuff with you.
Wow.
When's the last time your doctor actually sat you down and went over all the pictures, everything,
that's great.
explained everything to you? So now you're going to understand what's wrong. We're going to also get you in with one of our total body fitness evaluators, our VFit evaluators. They're going to assess your whole body. So at the end of this day, you get all this done in one day, you're going to have a diagnosis. You're going to know if it is really your knee and exactly what's wrong with your knee. If there's other areas that affect it. Then we're going to come up with a plan which may oftentimes involve all those things we just talked about, Tom.
And Doctor, would you also take in somebody who might not be having any pain at the moment, but wants to just take a look preemptively at their joints?
We do that. There's not as many people. I wish that was more common because there's a lot of things we can prevent preemptively.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you really want to know, that's a great idea, and that's a great Christmas present, by the way.
Right. Yeah.
So Victory in Motion. If your knees hurt, maybe have a conversation. VictoryInMotion.com. Phone number 685-7544. 685-7544. VictoryInMotion.com. Thanks for coming, Doc.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.